La, Alhai now Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Hamashiach Wamalaki Bahashim Harawat Kagorash Barakathum, the water Bible Ball Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine, I say Shalom. Today we're gonna get into a video whereas the United Nations, they had a vote to see which was the most atrocious thing done in mankind history. Over 100 nations voted that the transatlantic slave trade was the most atrocious, which was the real Holocaust. Not that bullshit they pulled over there and then called it a Holocaust. So you got over 100 nations that said they agreed, yes. You had over 50 nations who didn't vote, and most of those were, of course, Edomite nations. And then you had 3 that said absolutely not. That was America, Israel, and Argentina. The reason Argentina voted no is because the population in Argentina is being taken over by the tiny tops. I think it's between 200 and 300,000 down there now. They're trying to set up a second home, you could say, when Israel gets destroyed, but that's not going to work. Now, the thing is this. They took a vote to see whether they wanted to give Black Americans reparation. But this is the thing. We don't want your dead ass dollar. We want your ass in chains. You can't pay us off. You can't buy us off. And the nations that did vote yes, they're trying to buy our forgiveness. No, we can't forgive you, first of all, because we're not the one bringing judgment on you. The Lord is. So who wants some fake money, a dead dollar, no value, just for it to be taxed heavily, just for us to give it back to them, and we still in captivity under their boot? No, all this been played out. We don't want your dead ass dollar. We want your ass in chains. So you can't be able to do shit no more. That's what we want. You can keep your money. We already used to you robbing us anyway. Keep your money. When the Lord comes, we're gonna have that ass, Yahweh Ratazah. We know how much you love money, right? Yeah. You'll murder, lie, and steal for it. Yeah, you love it. So you can keep it. Let's go ahead and grab the video. But before I get the video, read this copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use of purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And I got another shocker for you, another surprise for you, Esau. You are the reparation, buddy. You and these other nations. Y'all are the reparation. You didn't know that, did you? Yep, you are. The Lord knows exactly what he's doing. Let's go ahead and grab this video. Now, in this video is UN members, states vote to declare the transatlantic slave trade gravest crime against humanity. But see, the Edomites, they so stupid. They don't think it's the greatest crime against humanity because remember what they got in their constitution, that we 3/5 of a man, so they don't even consider us human. When the truth of the matter is, they are the base men. See, you see how ignorance works? Let's go.
123 countries voted yes, and 3 voted no. Today, the UN adopted a resolution declaring the transatlantic slave trade the gravest crimes against humanity and calling for reparations to the descendants of enslaved Africans and those affected by the transatlantic slave trade. That would be me. They said the gravest crimes against humanity recorded in history, and 3 countries voted no. The United States is not real, and Argentina. Now, I need you to sit with that for just a moment because those 3 countries voting no, they didn't just vote no on reparations today, okay? These are the same 3 governments currently dismantling every institution, every policy, and every framework designed to name white supremacy and address it. And that is not a coincidence. Under this administration, the United States has gutted DEI, eliminated diversity offices all across the federal government, defunded the programs tracking racial inequity, and on the UN floor today, the U.S. ambassador said the quiet part out loud, saying we do not recognize a legal right to reparation for historical wrongs that were not illegal under international law at the time. Well, let me translate that. Enslaving millions of African people, millions of human beings was not a crime then, so no debt owed, no accountability need be taken. Argentina. Javier Milei, who has already been called the Trump of South America, shut down Argentina's National Institute Against Discrimination, Xenophobia, and Racism in his first year in office.
So this who running Argentina, you already know he bent over. He a puppet. 3 things give him away: bald head, bald face, necktie. Yeah, he juiced in. He wants Esau to love him all. Let's go.
Called it a sinister body used for ideological persecution. Huh? And baby, Argentina has an extensive history of racist ideology built on the notion of European supremacy. The belief that Argentina was built by European immigrants, and they believe that Africans, Latinos, and indigenous cultural influences are irrelevant and, in fact, undesirable.
Says the biggest culture vultures in human history. See, wickedness has no compass at all. It's all wickedness all over the place, even if it doesn't make sense. Now they basically they take everything from us, and then at the same time in the same breath tell us we didn't contribute anything. Now I take that back. They steal everything from us as far as our cultures, and then tell us we ain't contributed shit. When the fact of the matter is they haven't contributed shit. All they have done was stolen. Culture vultures saying that we have no value, we haven't contributed anything. These people are insane. Wickedness has no bounds. These people's lies are all over the place, and these lies are emotional lies. These lies are told to coddle the fragile ego of Esau. That's all, because he's so weak. So he needs these lies in place to feel better about himself, because he know he ain't shit. If you know you ain't shit, you're going to do everything possible to make yourself feel like you somebody. We know who we are. We ain't trying to go above and beyond to prove that we the shit, because we know we the shit. Esau always trying to prove himself out to be better than us because he knows he's not. He's always in a one-man competition with us. He the only one competing. We looking at him crazy. But he always competing with us in some way. Why? Because in order to beat the best, you got to beat the best. They always make comparisons between us and them. There is no comparison. You are a base man. We are a special people unto the Lord, a holy people, above all nations upon the earth. Paraphrase of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. And there's nothing he could do to offset that. That's why he's so pissed off. Always in a little private competition that only he knows about. He the only one competing.
So yeah, Argentina voted no, but honestly, did we expect anything else? Namibia is not real. Engaged in a military campaign that is right now under examination for genocide. A baby ass country who is demanding that the entire world recognize its historical trauma while denying and refusing to recognize the historical trauma of Black people. Yuck! So 123 countries said, you know what, this happened. It was a crime. It was horrific, and a debt needs to be paid. And 3 countries said, we don't owe you shit. But those are just the 3 countries that said it out loud. Because I peeped the 52 others that didn't vote yes, so you might as well have voted no, because why not? But anyway, the resolution has been adopted, and today is a historical day. And not because of a white man who claims to be part of the Cherokee Nation being sworn in as DHS Secretary.
Esau, you're a sad, fragile. I don't know what to call you, bro. You just sad, pathetic, emotional, fragile, frail. You just fucked up, bro. Let's get some scriptures. Speaking of frail and weak, let's get Ecclesiastes. Call like now. How about Shimmy How Shy 414? Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Hold on, y'all. Let me do something real quick. Okay, let's go. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse. Wait a minute, y'all. My damn phone locking up. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to restart my phone. But this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king's a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. This is very childish of Esau. But then again, it says in Job chapter 30, verse 8, that they are the children of fools, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. So, I mean, that's understandable that they will vote that way because they don't want us to come up. They know we still have the power of influence over these other nations. So if they give us any real money, we're going to take over everything naturally. That's what they're suppressing, or at least they think they're suppressing it, because the Lord has put a new vibration in the earth. And that vibration is all the curses are coming off of us and going on our enemies. That's why Esau can't do shit right. And curses falling on him. That's why all his secrets are being revealed in the last days, because it's time for him to go down. Now let's go to Psalms 83. So, like I said, if you don't understand this book, you don't understand the people in this world. Those other nations that voted, that didn't vote at all, yeah, she was right. You might as well say it no. Guess what? It's recorded in the heavens that you pretty much said no, because like the elder said, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Anything other than that is wickedness. So yeah, you said it without saying it. But guess what? It's recorded in the heavens that you are against reparations for the Lord's people. And that's cool, because guess what? You the reparation, baby. All 17 of you nations are the reparation. We're going to own you people. We don't need your dead ass dollar. Psalm chapter 83. We can start at verse 1, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. That means when they lift up the head, that means looking down at you. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. That's why they don't want you getting no money, because they know who you are and they hate you and they're jealous of you, envious of you at the same time. That's too much emotion right there in one body. Now, verse 6, this is going to name the nations that are against us, which is almost all of them. The tabernacles of Edom, number 1 on the list. And the Ishmaelites. Ishmaelites are the Arabs. Of Moab, Chinese. Hagarenes. I think the Hagarenes are the Africans, I think. Gabal and Ammon. I don't know who Gabal is, but Ammon, Japanese. And Amalek, the fake Jew. The Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre, those are Africans. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Those are our enemies, and it's way more than that. But those are just a few. And this is something else they're jealous of. I mean, just jealous children. And they acting out like jealous children. We don't need your money. We have Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, homie. That's all we'll ever need. Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord, your power, and none else. And my people should never be ashamed. See these jealous ass children acting like jealous ass children. We don't need your money, homie. We have a God. Y'all got idols that can't do shit for you. Let's go to Psalms chapter 50. And we start at verse 20. And this is talking about Esau. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, and slanderest thy own mother's son. Yeah, Esau always slandering and lying on us. Because you got to remember, Esau and Jacob were brothers. That's why it says, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things thou hast done, and I kept silence, though thou was, wait a minute, thou thoughtest I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. See, Esau done got away with so much, he thought the Lord was on his side. But now the Lord let you get away with so much shit. Number 1, to prove that you're wicked. Number 2, prove you're Esau. And number 3, to punish us. Number 4, so he can be justified to put a foot in your ass. And that's what's about to happen to you. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Let's go to Amos. Chapter 1. We start at verse 9. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they did deliver up the whole captivity to Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant. Tyrus, those are the Africans. They in trouble too. Verse 10, but I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. That's why they voted no. That perpetual hatred, that perpetual jealousy and envy. Esau, you a sad dude, bro. No wonder your woman hates you. No wonder your woman choosing us over you because you a big ass child. Let's keep going. Let's go to Amos chapter 9. Verse 11. And the name of this section is called the Restoration of Israel. The Lord is restoring us right before y'all eyes. Verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Told you. We're gonna own y'all, literally. We don't need your money. All we need is for you to build our kingdom. And then you can get on up out of here, Esau. The other nations, they going back to their lands, and they're going to be up under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Like King David said, let it be done in heaven as it is, let it be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's what that means. Biblical laws will be enforced on earth. And after 1,000 years of captivity, Esau, the Lord is going to round y'all up and burn y'all up, and there will be none remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Roughly paraphrasing the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. So we don't need your reparations. We need you, homie. We need you, like Uncle Sam, to build our kingdom. And then you could chunk up the deuces. Let's keep rolling. Psalm chapter 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So we getting the fatness of the earth back, and we getting a gang of slaves. Starting with the nation of Edom, which includes you, Amalek, fake Jew. Yeah, you going into captivity, buddy. Let's go to Proverbs. Chapter 22. Verse 22, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord Yahweh will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Ooh, and spoil mean to rob. Let me circle that Joan, yeah. Now let's go to Proverbs chapter 24, verse 12. Be thou sayest, behold, we knew it not. Doth he that pondereth the heart consider it? And he that keepeth thy soul, doth not he know it? And shall not he render to every man according to his works? They said they pretty much said they don't owe us shit for building their kingdom. So the Lord gonna take it out y'all asses by destroying yours and forcing you to build ours. Let's keep rolling. Go to Psalms chapter 73. Yeah, the Lord finna take what you take the most pride in, this country that you stole. Psalm chapter 73, verse 5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. I mean, they steal enough money. They should have enough riches. You been stole enough. You've been stealing for centuries. Verse 8, this is the point. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. When you speak loftily, that means you speaking to somebody like you better than them. Concerning oppression, they think they don't owe us shit because it was not illegal at the time. When has murder been legal? Ever? You saw you got a lot of blood on your hands. You got to pay back, and the Lord is going to take it out your ass. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. Verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their palaces, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Yeah. Keep your money. We want that ass. Now let's get I think we hit them all. Let me see. I didn't want this to be a long video. I just wanted to hit the points. Yeah, let's do extermination. Esau, you about to be exterminated, cuz. After your 1,000 years of captivity, that is. Let's go. Let's see what this is. Psalm chapter 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be. The rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that have taken that and dashed with thy little ones against the stones. Alligator bait. What else they used to do? Cut open the belly of pregnant women, Israelite women. Then when the baby fall out on the ground, they stomp the baby to death. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Let's go get this one. This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. And that's about to happen to America. Because that's all these people do. They weary themselves to commit iniquity. See, we got Jeremiah 50 yesterday. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. The land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Who's the devil? Esau Edom, and all devil mean is deceiver. So you're gonna be cast out. Matter of fact, you're gonna be chased out of the earth. Let me see if I can find it. And it's starting to happen right now because you got a gang of countries that's kicking out Amalekites. They're kicking out them fake Jews. Don't nobody want y'all crazy asses around their kids. And that's just the bottom line. There's no way to say it nicely. And even if I could, I wouldn't. Oh yeah, let's get Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And the reason the whole world is mourning right now because the United States is starting a world war. Remember this. They're not starting a world war to win a war. They're starting a war because it's the fastest way to depopulate a planet, especially a world's war. Their goal is not to win a war. Their goal is to depopulate through war. So Christians, if God loves everybody, nobody's supposed to die, right? Okay. Let me get a couple more. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. They shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. So y'all kids about to pay. Y'all kids are about to get sold. Your kids are about to be slaughtered by the Lord. Let's get it. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land or fill the face of the world with cities, because the Lord is fin to depopulate you. That's why your numbers are suffering now. The Lord works through gradualism as well. And let's close with Book of James, chapter 2. Well, we'll close with 18. Obadiah, Slaki. This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So you saying no to our reparation that you know you owe. That's fine. But the Lord got something better planned for us. He never wanted us to get your money because your money is the root of all evil. What the love of it is, and you have convinced a lot of people to love money. That's why they so wicked right now to this day. They are willing to murder, steal, and lie for it, just like you. Yeah, the Lord got something. He got something better for us. Something way better than money. We're gonna own y'all. Now let's end this thing. The book of Obadiah. And we start at verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's that pride on this dude. He think he can't be touched. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. He gonna do it. That's who. Verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They eat the bread. They that eat the bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, the nations got a cake baked for you. They got all these workarounds in the works to not deal with the United States, because the United States can't be trusted. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. That's why at the negotiation table, they're initiating an attack during the meeting. That's why it says never trust thine enemy. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Yeah. He's sitting there talking all nice and smooth, but at the same time, he launched an attack on these people during the meeting. War was in his heart, and your heart is your mind. Verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Teman and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Yeah, they can't get right to save their life. I mean, they make dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision. And they tell lie after lie after lie after lie, because these are unfit rulers. These are children trying to paint themselves as being wise rulers. Children of fools trying to paint themselves as being wise rulers. Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter after your captivity. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Verse 18, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, northern and southern kingdom. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Now let's get this one, and then we'll close. I think which one is it? Is it Psalms 11? Psalms 106. Hold on, y'all. I know where it's at. It's in Ezekiel chapter 35. And we can start at verse 5 and work our way down, then we'll go ahead and wrap this thing. The book of Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Now let's go down to verse 11. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Yeah, out of hatred. That's why they said no. And that's understandable. You're supposed to say no because you're our enemies. You're not supposed to see us rise because the Lord has to be justified to destroy you for dogging us out. So you in the right place as far as prophecy. You're doing everything you're supposed to do to be destroyed. Let's finish this out. Verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. They think the Lord put us here for them to just do us any kind of way and not be punished for it. This is how stupid Esau is. Verse 13. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yamla Lahayanaw Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach wa Malakia by Hashem Harawat Bakakorash Barakatham, the water by Babal wa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.